Hi, I'm making my video about the Sagittarius sun sign, as I was cut off on making my video before. Yeah, they're very open and direct. Yes, they pull their pants down in the street when they're drunk, chanting on a table. I can teach you an acting skill. Spin around 15 times and then you look tipsy. I learned that in acting class. I do miss it, but I don't want to talk about it. Sagittariuses do tend to get thrown out of restaurants. They literally put their foot in their mouth and chew on it. They're the ones that'll be gunned down and get their asses kicked for saying something they shouldn't say. They get involved and they always gotta direct their arrow in everyone's faces. I'm not talking about myself, but other people. Accessories for the Taurus and Libras. They're not into that sleek bob. Either long hair or very short hair. They like the countryside more than the city. Accessories, subtle. They don't even like to wear lipstick, these people. These people could be tomboys and celibates. And that is not a joke. I'm not wearing a hat because my best friend's wearing a hat, the same hat. I'm wearing it because it was given to me out of a treat. Now, and I don't want cigarette in my hair, so my friend gave me a hat, which like hers. Also, why is the southern accent slipping out? Okay. I still have a cold. The sun is Sagittarius. They are very jovial. They're ruled by dome-shaped buildings like Pisces, which is also ruled by Pisces, ruled by Neptune. Yes, but this is not for everyone like me with a sun in Sagittarius. They're not the flamboyant type, but they're in your face like Aries, in your face. They really tell like it is, and they can get their asses kicked for it. I just walked my child to school. Yeah, and Monica keeps making me cut off these videos. And a sun in Sagittarius, they love to travel. They live out of a suitcase. They love road rage. They love bungee jumping, sky gliding, not hang diving, daredevil dive that ride at Six Flags. There's bungee, skydiving, hang gliding at once. That's a skydiving. These people have guts, and they're not afraid to show it. And yes, I do have guts. I had to face some of my worst fears. But let me tell you, they were at the rock bottom at the top 5 worst fears. And this sign is the one to manage and go out. This is hell. Like Sylvia Brown says, reading all her books. She ain't kidding. Fires, car accidents. How can, well, this could be world, limbo, or even heaven. This is my opinion. They could be Jesus freaks. They could even be celibates. They're very philosophical. I got it right, philosophical. They love philosophy. They like to know the unknown, the mysteries of life. So some could be the fanatic Jews or the Jehovah's Witness Jesus freaks could fall under this sign. And I'm not even one of those. Now, some of them don't just refer to me. It's about the sun. But for me, yes, I do stick my foot in my mouth. Yes, I do get myself in trouble for that. But I can be very shy. Well, my Virgo moon makes me go on the shy side sometimes. So they're very open. They're very direct like the arrow. They're not afraid of hunting. But they are against animal cruelty. So there are some Sagittarians that would eat meat and some that would be vegetarians. Some would hate having children and animals around. Others would love it. Especially if you were born in the 3rd decadent, forget about having children and animals. You're all about to travel. Especially if you're in the Leo decadent. Now, if you're in the Aries decadent, which is the 2nd decadent of Sagittarius, you'd be the traveler and the one to stick your foot in your mouth. Which, if I was born one day later, I'd be in the Leo decadent. My Dwad, I don't want to talk about my Dwad, because it's the most crabby and emotional sign of the zodiac. But it's not even in my chart. But no wonder I'm so over emotional all the time. Yeah, so they're the ones that would cross the street without even looking at a light. They're the ones that would do topless dancing at a club. They're the ones that would do a strip club. These people got guts. They can sing in front of thousands of people. They're not afraid of anything. These people are not afraid of a bear or a monster. These people, they do have emotion, but they're just not the scared type. Like the Virgos and the Crabbies running away from every little thing. They do look for a soulmate in their partner, and they can be late bloomers in family and children and do not have the lives they want until they find the one. That's the best. People fall under this sign. They see the best in people. They see them for who they are, not what they wear on the outside. And that's why, this is me. in general, a true Sagittarian. And we're very funny. Most natural comedians fall under this sign as well. Aquariuses and Geminis have a second bet at being funny, but we're number one. And this is the longest one. We're Sagittarius people love bikes, planes. I'm scared of planes, buses, trains. They keep up with social media really well, like the Geminis, like the air signs do. Well, the water signs are more against it because they're more old-fashioned, especially Cancer and Scorpio, especially if you were born in 1987 and you were living in different times. Sagittarius music, they can go for Pakistani beats, you could be surprised, or African music, or even cook a southern dish, or even, they could cook a dish from Kenya, they can make a dish the next night from somewhere very spicy like the Dominican Republic. Like I said, a lot of them are born under another nationality, and in my case, not me. I was born as American, but I do have Polish and Albanian descent, and down the line, some Israelis, I'm a Jew. Yes, I'm Semitic a little bit, and I'm light-skinned, I'm mixed of pretty much every European culture. We were the Crusades. No Holocaust survivors. But Sagittarius don't think negative. Like I said, there are too many other signs in my chart pulling the positivity away from the sign. And I definitely think it's the devastating earth signs in my chart. And that pesky water Scorpio I can't get out of my Mars. They also love nature and architecture. These people can make the best judges, lawyers, doctors, computer analysts, and analysts. Leave the computer analysts or engineers to the Virgos. Sagittarius can make your NYU essay get you accepted, or your Columbia University. They're into higher education, speaking about education here. They just can't get enough. And I have to have a productive life when I didn't have a job by reading books is education, having friends is the class, and having a cell phone and a computer, and that was my life. When I was like 18 or 19 years old, I took off break for college, and I was stupid, and I decided to get into acting and got fired. Yeah, pure Sagittarius gets kicked out of every place they go. And they don't know how to roll with the punches or take no for an answer. They don't like rejection. They do go with the flow, but rejection is the one thing they cannot handle, and they can go shoot their arrow at you, meaning by yelling and screaming and throwing things and busting plates up if they don't get their way. I want to thank everybody for listening, and they're very philosophical. Look at this church. This would be a perfect scenery for a Sagittarius. This is the third decadent with the Leo decadent. This is their scenery. Perfect. I should show Monica's house for these signs. If you ever wondered what the scenery looked like, this is it to the southwest. Does it look like Leo busted up? Yes. Does it look like a Sagittarius? Not really. Not the normal one. Not the one where you're traveling on a never-ending sunset on a horse. This is the one where they even go to the mosques. You'd be surprised. They're very spiritual people. Go, Sag!